the 2 minute was open right at the gate. It was already signaled for a 2 minute here. You just waited the 2 to 3 minutes just to make sure you were going to get confirmation. You bought anywhere in here and it never came back. That's the most simplistic way I can show you, right? So the buy-in was here, right? It came up, pulled back. You could look at shaving here. It came up, it pulled back. You could look at shaving here. It came up, kind of consolidated, pulled back, shed in here, came all the way down. And this is kind of where you have to decide if you started to feel the pinch, you could have did another 10%. Otherwise, you should just be hanging on. Slight, pulled back. I definitely wouldn't want to be sitting in here anymore. And then it's just going to continue to make the move. And then, of course, it just completely dumped at the very end. But that's why I tell you guys to be careful at the last end of the day, right? That's what they always love to do. So this is kind of the blueprint right here of what your yesterday should have looked like. So even though I had all these highs and lows and everything, if you look at this overall, this never, ever came back to VWAP, right? So if you were buying a put yesterday, you're not following the 2 minute EW already, right? Unless you're a newer trader and you're not trading the first 30 minutes. Is that what we're talking about? Because this one doesn't exist to you, and neither does this one, because you're in this one, right? There was only one trade yesterday. Does that make sense, everybody? If you guys were looking at this or looking at this, you never got in the first trade, did you? Because if you're already so clear above what you paid, you don't care that it changes colors. Don't we talk about that every day?
Yep.
Every day we discuss that. Unless you first get into it and it changes colors, this is not your trade, and neither was this one. You were in this trade. That was your trade. You had one trade yesterday, right?
Yep.
One. If you had to get into this one and this one, that means you got out of your trade here when you were not supposed to. And now you're looking to re-entry. Does that make sense, everybody? So your trend is to the upside. You're supposed to be in this trade. So I don't know why we would be looking at anything else.